Good morning, one and all. Today we are going to finish the chapter of Sociology. In that, the remaining parts are social stratification and the classes of the social class, and also regarding the behavioral aspects of the underprivileged people towards the healthcare. In the social stratification and oral health, different social classes are associated with different personality characteristics. Although all members of the social class do not share a given personality trait, so members of one class or one social class exhibit a given characteristics more than the members of the other classes do. The common characteristics of the social group are: there is a sense of unity and belonging, they have a we feeling and help each other, they have common objectives and interests, and each group has its own code of conduct and behavior. Every member in the group is expected to follow its norms. So these are the things where a collective method of a one social group or one group of class will have the following common characteristics. Types of groups. The word group may be defined as a gathering of two or more people who have a common interest. Groups are classified according to the social stratification. They are the primary group, secondary group, and the reference group. The primary group is the one which is small and the members of which come into direct face-to-face contact with each other for mutual help, companionship, and discussion of the issues of common interest. The group is small, stable, and the members share a similar background. This concept is similar to in the group. That is, example is a family. A secondary group is the one to which the relationship of the members is of the formal or impersonal nature. The groups are larger in size and may be spread over a large geographical area. These groups are regulated by formal rules and all the members strive to achieve a common goal, that is, like a political party or a voluntary organization. A reference group. A reference group are those groups to which the individual relates himself psychologically. One of the basic characteristics of the man in his desire and intimate others. When an individual comes across another one who is viewed as a superior, social acceptability and high in status, there is a natural desire to imitate the person. Such behavior is termed as reference behavior. These groups whose behavior is being imitated are known as reference groups. Example, a group of doctors or successful industrialists. Groups are again classified into two. They are formal and informal groups. Formal groups. The formal groups is well organized, have a purpose or goal, set memberships, have recognized leaders, have definite rules, have regular meetings, and attention is paid for the welfare of the members, like example of dental association. Informal groups. They are not organized and people come and go at will, no membership or feeling of belonging, no specialty activity is planned by the people, no rules apply, there is no leader, and there is more concern for the self and less for those of the other people present. Example like a gathering of a patient at a clinic. So it might be a formal means having a well organized and having a motive of doing each other and taking into consideration. Informal groups are not organized, they will not bother about others, just like a person who is gathering for the patient in a clinic. So these are the things regarding the groups. Like as an example, I will leave that the formal is a classes or e-learnings or meetings. Intentional is like reading, coaching and mentoring. Informal is community exploring or playing. These are the activities. Unexpected is self-study, social media or internet surfing is the unexpected attitude of the behaviors. Socialization. What is meant by socialization? Socialization is a process which enables an individual to take part in a group life and acquire many of the characteristics that is thought of as a human. Socialization takes place within groups. Theoretical explanations of social inequalities in the oral health are regarding the Black Report of Blaine, that is in 1985, considered four possible explanations for the existence of the gradient between the health and social class. They are artifact explanation, social selection explanation, materialistic explanation, or cultural or behavioral explanations. Artifact explanation. According to this explanation, a relationship between the social class and the health are not really present, but are only due to the way that the data is collected. Example, reliance on death certificates may bias findings inappropriately. However, even when investigators have taken such problems into account, class difference remains. Social selection explanation. This process that health inequalities are created by the process whereby the healthy move up the social hierarchy and less healthy move down. A person who is unhealthy may find it difficult to find a skilled employment and may need to take on less well-paid jobs. Conversely, a healthy person may find it easier to gain higher educational qualification and so move up to a higher social class scale. That is, example are in oral health, studies have shown that school teachers rate the behavior and personality of attractive children more highly and expect them to have a higher academic achievements than their less attractive peers. A materialistic explanation is, according to the explanation, inequalities in the health have their origins in social and financial deprivations. A lower social classes live in a relatively more unhealthy environments, do the dangerous and insecure works. And if a higher class, they have a good education and will follow accordingly and become rich and also have a good social life. And the fourth one is cultural or behavioral explanations. These explain inequalities in terms of differences in knowledge and behavior. Perhaps people from higher social classes have a great appreciation of the role of diet and regular preventive care and are more likely to act on this knowledge. This explanation has received much support. Coming to social sciences in dental public health. When applied to a practical problem such as dental program planning, social sciences affects or adds a new dimension of the process of surveying and evaluation. A social scientist becomes necessary when we want to know why effort and effect do not match each other. Studies by behavioral scientists have resulted in the description of certain social classes and the reaction of each to dental care. They are the upper class, middle class, lower middle class, the upper lower class, and the lower class. What is an upper middle class? A professional and business executive group, well educated, living in well maintained homes, seek out the experts' advice and follow the advice religiously when it comes to healthcare. They value their teeth and are interested in the preventive dentistry and actively pursue dental care. This is regarding the upper middle class futuristic, that is behavioral aspects towards the dental care. Lower middle class. This includes small business owners, minor executives, teachers, salesmen, and they are highly moralistic group and with at least high school education. They live in a clean, pleasant neighborhood and most compulsive in dental care attitudes, and dentists in this regard as authoritative who fixes the teeth, and the necessity of the socially presentable makes that the high standard of dental care among the status levels. The upper lower class, generally skilled and semi-skilled blue-collar workers with limited education. These groups needs to become the objective of major educational efforts regarding the dental care. They are accessible and the attempts offers the best possibilities of behavioral and attitudinal change. They acquire the artificial dentures at an early age and are reasonably happy with them. The lower class. They are called the underprivileged or disadvantaged class, consists of unskilled laborers, people who shift from job to job, limited education, live in slum areas, and exhibit no stable pattern of life. Reveal most consistent neglect on the teeth. They require careful understanding if they are to receive adequate care in public health facilities. This is the class verifications regarding the attitudes towards the dental care. According to Tryhard, in 1968, has summarized the attitudes of underprivileged people towards healthcare. The following listings are like this. They are like number 1, castration complex. There is a reluctance to be at the complete mercy of the health practitioner. This is marked by reluctance to have a general anesthetic or sedation for dental or surgical procedures. Next one is contradiction of common sense. Some dental or medical procedures, such as continuation of a drug after acute symptoms have subsided, seem to contradict the common sense of a underprivileged person towards the health. They are coming in groups. This is a disadvantaged people do not like to be outnumbered by the people providing treatment. For this reason, they tend to come in crowds with family and friends to private dental offices or public clinics. They hate to be outnumbered. So, this is the type of nature of an underprivileged person towards his health in comparison with the medical or dental. The last ditch effort. The disadvantaged people often turn to medical or dental treatment by health professionals as a last resort after all the individual efforts have failed. This is the attitude of the persons. They will do the home remedies and whatever things that is led by the others they will do, and they will come at the last stage, like anything, like the pain that aggravates, or if it becomes a swelling, or if it becomes a mobility of the tooth structures, or whatever the measures or whatever the treatments that has been done by his bone will affect, and he will come at the last ditch, and in that they are in a sense of challenging the health professionals to salvage something from the almost hopeless situation. This is where it lags. At the last critical stage, they will come to the health professionals and ask them to do whatever the things they want to, and they want to solve the problem, like the problem they are facing with the health, and they should become healthier. And the fifth one is, if it hurts, you are a quack. This is the attitude of the people. They have the feeling, that is the general feeling, where the medical and the dental treatment should be painless, and if it hurts, the practitioner does not know what he is doing. This is the attitude of the patients, like the disadvantaged people most probably. If anything happens, like if they feel the pain, they will say that we don't know the treatments or we don't know things, so that they will criticize us and they will give the negative publicity to the person who are treating. Unclean or dirty feeling. The aseptic cleanliness of a dental clinic or dental office may convey of a personal uncleanness. This feeling can be reinforced by the dentist washing his hands after treatment. This is the nature where we should follow, and we should be clean and tidy. And the seventh one is, as I said, the unclean or dirty feeling, and the eighth one is the clinic was built there or not here. And clinics are located at a convenient places. If you are really cared about me, you would have built a hospital or clinic here instead of there. This is some type of attitude of the people, of the inconveniences. If they feel, they will say the reasons for that. Difference of pain thresholds. This is the pain threshold have a wider variations, where the people with the poor health have a may have a low threshold because the attitude of the nature of whatever things they will be in the disadvantaged people, that is with the cold or impersonal objective attitudes and the conduct of the health professionals. They value the empathy of the professional competence as a essential characteristics of the practitioner. This is one of the types of the cold professional attitudes regarding the practitioners. Complications of the unknown. Fear of unknown accentuated in these people are most common in underprivileged people because they doesn't know what is the underlying problem in the two structures or what are the things in the oral cavity. But they behave as if they have been known. The pills don't work. This is where the immediate effect of the drug, if it fails, definitely they discontinue the drug and they will criticize that the drugs that doesn't work, and they will tell that whatever the medicines we have been given is not working because they might not have taken in a particular time, or if the attitude of the people is regarding whether the pain is not relieved, definitely they will complain that the pills doesn't work. Appointments are most important. We should make sure that we should educate the person that the appointments in their attitudes should change, that whenever the appointments has been given, they should not lose the appointment. They will come in time and get the treatment to be done. Teeth first anyhow. This is the attitude of the people. They know that, then they will say to the dentist itself that anyhow the tooth are lost. So they will not feel that it is not an important condition. There is a feeling that despite competent and conscientious personal and professional care, the ultimate loss of the teeth is one of the natural vicissitudes of life. So the first thing that we should explain to them that the behavioral change should happen and educate them regarding the fatalistic attitude of this type of nature, and we should tell them till your life sustain we should have our teeth so that we will have a good chewing ability and have a good nature of our well-being. And the traditions. Improvised families and neighborhoods have strong and deep-seated traditions. To communicate and deal with the disadvantaged people, it is important that these traditions has recognized and should be understood. So we should educate them regarding the traditions, and we should explain them we are following the traditions and we should change according to the traditions, and we should have our well-being. So this is one of the underprivileged attitudes of the things where they will forgive regarding the health. So by this I would like to end this chapter of sociology. Thank you.